All right, good afternoon. Just a week before, 7 to 10 days before Christmas, December 16th, we're going to be talking about what's going on with the Ocala real estate market and what's selling, what's not selling. There's a lot of there's a lot of negative news over the last 6 to 8 months. A lot of the sky's falling, properties are crashing, and you know things are terrible type of news. And based on what we saw last year, completely different, right? Diametrically opposite. So a couple of good things that have happened this week. So if you're not paying attention to it, the Fed actually did raise the interest rate 25 basis points, which is a little bit of a departure from what they have been doing, which is like four straight increases in the interest rate, from 75 basis points now down to 25. So basically, still a rise in interest rates from the Fed standpoint, but not as aggressive as what we've seen the last 8 months from the Fed. Why did they do that? Well, inflation basically slowed down. We're seeing still inflation exists. It's still a big concern for the Fed and for the government, but it's a little bit less of a concern because the interest rate hike has really helped with inflation. Now, of course, all of this happened very, very fast. There's, like we've talked about before, there's some similarities this year versus what happened in 2007, but still, it's not the market crash. It is an adjustment, right? Prices, we've seen some price adjustments. There's slowness in the marketplace. We've seen increase in inventory, more properties coming on the marketplace. That's been a real thing. In fact, just to give you the 7-day numbers from Marion County in Ocala, Florida, new listings, 197 new listings. That is a pretty significant number. But at the same time, we've seen 197 go off the market with under contracts. So 197 new contracts the last 7 days. Plenty of buyers in the system. So for the people saying nothing's selling, this is proof that actually things are selling. 28 price increases, lots of price decreases, lots of reductions, 340 price decreases. So that's really significant, very aggressive. Lots of sellers are saying, wait a second, if I'm going to get sold, I better reduce the price to what the market is bearing at the moment. So sellers are being a little bit more aggressive. The buyers are there. So that's good. We've got a nice, healthy market based on what we're seeing in Marion County right at the moment. So super interesting to see that. Also, on another note, on the inflation side, something that was a real good indicator, and actually good news, is actually the CPI, Consumer Price Index. You could Google all this. I'm no expert at this. I just really know real estate. The CPI has actually come down, and that's the second month in a row. So the CPI index, Consumer Price Index, for the month of November was lower than October, and October was lower than September. So that says that the interest rate movement has actually really helped. The increase has actually helped with inflation, which was the biggest concern from the Fed. And obviously, with the interest rates going up, that has actually impacted the real estate market, cooled it off tremendously. But it's still going here in Marion County. Really strong, really strong. Not as hot as it was. I think it's more of a buyer's market than what it was, obviously, 8 months ago. But it's more of a balanced marketplace with the buyers actually having a chance, especially first-time buyers. Yes, it's gotten more expensive. Yes, interest rates have gone up. But a year ago, FHA and VA buyers were having a real issue being priced out of the marketplace by cash. So I think that's a real positive. We've got 2537 is the number of properties on the market in Marion County. That has actually held steady based on what I just told you on the number of properties coming on the market versus the number of properties coming off the market. We're not seeing an increase or a decrease either way as far as inventory. So that's going to be super interesting. We're a week, to 10 days away from Christmas. I think that's, very interesting that, we're seeing this kind of movement this time of year, because, normally this time of year, when you're talking about real estate, normally you'll see a tremendous slowdown. In other words, such a slowdown where you know what? You might as well just pack it in. There's nothing going on. And I remember I've been in the business since 2000, and I remember, certain years where it was actually crickets, during this time of year, during December. So I think it's a healthy market. If you have questions, by the way, if you have questions, you can connect with me, 352-572-3796. We also do property management rentals. So if you need to rent, or if you've got a property that you want to put into the program, we completely vet our tenants, background checks, credit checks, I think is super important, ability to pay, and all of that. So if you have a need either in property management or you want to rent, 352-624-2333, 352-624-2333, open till 5, basically 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. And of course, by appointment on the weekend. So you can connect with me if you need to connect with our property manager for any questions you may have. You can also find properties on our website. That's buymidflhomes.com. And please like and subscribe for any updates to the Ocala, Florida Real Estate channel. Okay, everybody, take care. We'll see you next week.